Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to the episode of 3K Decks. Today we are going over a deck that probably most of you are familiar with if you are running around the high rankings, and that is the Druid Ramp deck. It's definitely one that I want to try out for a bit, but, you know, it being where it is and me being the stubborn, non-meta-ish playstyle that I go by sometimes, I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I recently did around the end of the December season and carried that over into the January season right here. It's the first deck I ranked. I will be showing off the ranked with red for it real soon. I know some of you guys might have caught the beginner guide video that I did yesterday, in which the deck was actually ranked at 3K. So you guys, again, you already know how the deck's gonna end up placing, but I think it's still cool to show off the gameplay to you guys and see how it got there regardless. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck list for the Druid Ramp deck and show you guys what I'm working with. Alright, so here is the list that I'm working for my Druid Ramp deck. It's not really too different from what you guys might have seen if you remember the Discord community, because a lot of these deck lists have been going around. But if this is your first time seeing the deck list, I'm going to break it down for you. It's a really simple deck to play. You're using your Pirate Ramp, obviously from things like Elvish Thief, Con Artist, Salvo Captain, which gets you into your bigger things early, kind of straightforward. Whether it be a Call for Aid or Fenrir, which on its own can be pretty powerful, or if you're using it for Robins, which gets you the additional 5 gold ramp into potentially more things, like the Ranger, Mordok, Minotaur, whatever it might be later on. Now, to help with that, of course, we do have the straightforward buffs, Blacksmith and Armory, such as, as always, whether it be 3 Blacksmith, 2 Armory, or you can go 3 Armory, 2 Blacksmith. Honestly, the numbers can be interchanged here, I feel like, but I'm going with the 3-2 ratio, mainly because it's what I'm used to, is what I'm comfortable to, so kind of just makes sense for me to go to that route. In addition, though, to all of this, there are a couple of more elements thrown into the deck. Obviously, your Mercenary Execution here for some solid hard removal, and again, it gives you that treasure too as well, so you could definitely utilize it to help ramp out into more things in the future. You also have things like Scope and Centaur in your 4 gold slot, which help immensely with any sort of pesky difficulties that you might run into. Obviously, Centaur, great for sniping off buildings or range units that are trying to stay hidden, and Scope just helps mitigate any sort of damage you might take if you're trying to get rid of something big and don't want to take any damage in return, obviously. So those two solid choices here. And then in our early game, again, things that you guys are probably used to seeing, Lumberjack, Bestial Rage for Rampage is nice, Dwarven Miner has an additional 2 gold, 3-3 body, which is nice, the Howl, of course, not a surprise there. But something I do want to address, which I don't think a lot of people normally run, is the Parrot Rush. With the buff that it got, becoming a 2-3 in the last patch, it's definitely seen a bit more of an uptick in play, which is kind of cool to see. It's definitely a unique card in that sense. And the treasure that you do have in the deck makes this card be able to work so well, at least in here anyway. Or not really super well, but it's a decent addition to the deck. Obviously, it could be interchanged, though, seeing as how Parrot Rush might be a card that not really a lot of people have just yet. It is a legendary, and it is the second to latest event card, if that makes any sense. It's not the latest, but it came right before that. So, Parrot Rush is sort of a card that you could definitely interchange with. Maybe you could refill the Con Artist to 3 if you guys want to, if you feel like you need more ramp, or if you want to boost your later game threats as well. Definitely a decent place to go to if there, there's something in here that I'm not running that you guys think might be a good choice. I know Beastmaster is definitely something that's going around lately, which I am hesitant to throw in this deck myself, given my history with the Beastmaster. It's not really a bad one, but it's more like of just me being hesitant to play him. I am trying him elsewhere to kind of see how he feels, and if I do tend to like him, if he does place decently well, I might be making a transition to Beastmaster in this deck as well. But again, that's just kind of experimental. Parrot Rush can be swapped out if you guys are looking for some substitutes for Parrot. Again, card that maybe not a lot of you have yet, so just kind of throwing that out there as well. But with that being said, Not really much else to go into with this deck. The gameplay is, or the idea is kind of mostly straightforward. It's just a solid ramp deck to get you out some big guys later on. Of course, the purpose of any ramp deck. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay. Show you guys what this deck is made of. And just as a forewarning to that gameplay, it is, or it was, excuse me, recorded one from a ranked with red, so it's kind of like the first match I'm doing in the ranked, or at least for the placements. So you'll kind of hear me make note of like match one, which is in regards to a ranked with red that I did with the deck, which will be coming out following this video. You know, I think around tomorrow. I have all the gameplay, and I'm just gonna have to put it together. So it's gonna be the first match from that gameplay, which will be showing you guys, and you know, two, the quality of the microphone I'm using in that might be not, you know, it might be more quieter than this, but if you guys want to take a listen, take a comparative approach to it, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys would give me some feedback regarding the microphone. Some of you guys have already been doing so, which I greatly appreciate in trying to figure out my new setup here. I'm still not kind of used to it, to be quite honest with you guys, but the feedback I'm getting is certainly helpful. So if you guys, you know, wouldn't mind the mic quality in the following segment, I'd appreciate it. Or if you want to take, like I said, a comparative approach and see how it compares. If you guys want me to go back to that one and see if I can just fiddle around with it a bit more. If you want me to try and keep this one and hopefully make an improvement to it if you guys think I still need to. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay and see what our Druid Ramp deck can do.
Alrighty here. First match, got the Parrot Rush and the Captain, which is nice. And the Centaur. I'm going to drop Parrot and Centaur to see if I can get anything maybe cheaper to start us off. Not what I'm looking for. Definitely not what I'm looking for. Going up against Warlock, Crusader, so potentially Last Will. I'll take the Rat Hovel, see if I can counteract the Salahar, or unless he's going to just straight burn it with maybe a blue Firebolt coin, although that would be a waste of the coin. If I were him, I wouldn't mind taking the damage. He's going to go ahead and summon a Dwarven Miner pretty aggressively, but then also hold back the Salahar Rider, so interesting choice there. I think I'm just going to try and play it safe. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see if he just decides to burn the Captain. But I need the ramp anyway, because like, I mean, our hand's got Fenrir, Minotaur. Like, I think we pretty much need it. Or unless he's gonna go straight for face damage with the Dwarven Miner. He is, okay. That's fine. Also, Divine Knowledge. Okay, interesting choices. I do have 6 gold. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead, play it safe with the Minotaur. That trades there. We run the Captain up aggressively, and we just throw this rat down here. Hopefully getting something to trade with this Captain. That's going to be the important part here. He could just easily burn the Minotaur. It is 4, so that's exactly in blue Firebolt range. But I think we're fine. Hopefully we get some big damage, unless he throws out maybe a Tartarus Files to block. Maybe. That's the play. Nope, Banshee. Alright, so I mean that pretty much tells you flat out there's a Last Will element going on into this deck. Hey, actually, Flame Cannon's my Hovel. Ooh. I think what I do is I sit back, I hit face with that obviously, and then I get the Fenrir out. And that'll be the turn. Because next turn I have options of Armory and Centaur. Plus I have the Hovel out, so the Hovel burning doesn't really do much anyway. Rider, gonna go ahead, finish off the Rat. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna get some attack off of that with the Fenrir, though. Can he finish off the Minotaur? He will with another Salahar Rider. Okay, that'll hit Fenrir. Oh, and Fenrir is now more... well, he's more easily killable, if that makes sense. That's gonna be the game, actually. As you can see, Centaur gonna come out, block for that, and now we have exactly 11 damage to hit face, so beautiful way to end off our first game. Nice, quick, simple, and easy, and we can just move right into match number 2.
With that being said, guys, I want to do it for this edition of 3K decks. Let me know what you think of the Druid Ramp deck by leaving a like on the video, sharing it, and commenting down below your thoughts on the deck list, or, the microphone quality. I feel like that's something I emphasized before the match more than the actual match itself. But, again, be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. While you're down there, if you haven't done so already, be sure to click that subscribe button to help show your support to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. Again, at no additional cost to you, helps us grow and helps show you support the channel. All of that good stuff. And, yeah, so with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for me for now. So until next time, stay gaming.